Welcome back to Spitballin Cards. In today's episode, we're talking about our 2024 hobby wish list that we would like to see from Topps. So in this episode, you have me, Scott, we have Chris, we have Jeff, and we have Ty. Welcome. We appreciate y'all. Chris, in the last episode about Topps Gilded, you said that you had a beef with Topps, something that you wish would change in 2024. Kick us off. What is that?
Okay, it wasn't really something I want to see change in 2024. It's something they changed in 2023. And
you want it changed back in 2025?
Yes, I want it back.
All right,
I didn't even notice this. I didn't notice it at first. I don't know how I didn't notice it at first. Probably because, Jeff, you and I, we didn't open up a hobby box of Stadium Club. We just opened up a compact to get a look at the cards because we hated the MSRP. But for whatever reason, Topps stopped doing jumbos. They stopped putting those oversized box toppers in Stadium Club. And I love those cards. They take the photography the set's known for and they blow it up a little bit. And I always really enjoyed seeing that first big card in there. And it's gone this year.
Yeah, and somebody told me about that. Has anybody heard why? Just cost cutting?
It had to be cost cutting. But I love those cards. I love like picking those up and I really like the image and then just kind of waiting to see if certain players will do autograph signings at any point. Because I love the idea of getting those of a big bold auto on those box toppers.
Yeah.
I'm Googling it because I thought maybe there's a chance it's just like super rare, right? Maybe they made it like an insert. No, nope, it's not a thing.
And they also used to do what they called, maybe it was only in 2020 actually, but remember those wide visions, Jeff, that were in the retail boxes? I haven't seen those in like a couple years now, unfortunately. But bring back the box toppers.
Well, I was just making sure I wasn't crazy too, but they had autos in the set.
Autos were usually like hand numbered. Yeah, some of those are great.
So there's always that chance when you're ripping open that big oversized pack that maybe you get an auto.
Yeah, there's 10 Bo Bichette autos with that really cool shot with the CN tower behind him. And there's that amazing Freddy Freeman card.
All hand numbered.
Yeah, all hand numbered. Jesus, I mean, I have one of those, but that's like almost. It reminds me of that scene in I think it's Back to the Future Part 2, Jeff, where the 3D shark comes out of the screen and comes at Marty McFly. That's kind of how I feel when I look at that Freddie Freeman. I do love it though.
Yeah, don't get too close to it.
Yeah, don't get
love it from a distance.
Yeah, I have one of those. It's awesome. It's from his home run off Josh Hader. Sorry, Jeff, in the 2021 Division Series.
That was some teeth photo right there.
Oh my God, yeah.
I know that's what we're talking about, but like, man, here's a cool Mariano Rivera. Like, look at that out of 5.
The Kershaw this Kershaw, I look at this card all the time and I'm like, if I had $400 to $500 just to sort of not worry about it.
5.
Yeah. Numbered out of 5 too.
Judge.
Very cool. Look at that Nolan Ryan. Look at the use of that horizontal space.
I like when Topps plans the space for the auto.
Yes.
It's really sad that they're not doing these oversized, Chris. The box toppers. The more you've talked about it.
Yeah.
Here's a medal, it's on auction. You can buy that.
I'm watching that one actually.
I will say it would have been nice. I don't know how they would have coordinated this or what the effort would have been to do it, but it would have been nice if those came in an oversized top loader that fit the card.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's a weird thing to request, but I feel like the number of times I opened a Stadium Club hobby box and then I'm like, oh shoot, like what do I do with this thing? And like I don't have anything to put this in right now, so it's going to get jacked up,
just throw one in the box. You don't have to put the card inside it, even if you don't, if that makes it too hard, just for the extra 6
one of our local I went in there, Jeff, the Sports Source in Studio City. I went in there and I was like, do you have, and they only had, I think they had packs of 10. They're like, we can't sell one at a time. No one's coming in to buy those. But Scott, can you pull your screen up? I just want to show one more, talk about one more real quick before
Absolutely. What do you want me to show?
The Ripken that was on that page.
Got the page up still. It's got to find the Ripken again.
It's under Albies. Keep going down. Keep going after. There it is, right there.
Oh, he's in a car.
Yeah. Just going around, saluting the fans. Like if you're a Baltimore fan, you remember this.
Yep.
And the autos on the car so you can see it. That's just really cool.
Okay, I have my wish list. I just thought of it.
Do it.
I would like Fanatics with their Fanatics exclusive license to have Mookie Betts sign a baseball card. That's what I would like to see. because I would love to collect a Mookie Betts, Freddy Freeman, Ohtani triple autograph. I would love something like that, or a Mookie Ohtani Kershaw, or Mookie anybody, right? That's something that's not happened since on-card autographs since 2014. There's some random tops like big leagues and things in 15 and 16, but they're like stickers and not valuable. So I would love to see that. That's one of my biggest is get my favorite player some love. We talk about him lagging back in the hobby. That could be partially why. So
yeah, that leads to one of mine, which is that I want to see Topps make photography great again, because I feel like they took a step back in 2023. Personally, I think a lot of the images were cop outs. I feel like if they did have a Mookie auto right now, I'd expect it to be him in the outfield gun, like about to catch the ball or something, and you'd be like, "Yeah, there's enough." Why did you pick that picture? And specifically on the image variations this year across the different products, they just really underwhelmed. Sure, there were some cool ones, but man, if there's, Chris, I know you and Jeff probably both poured over all the golden mirrors and everything that came out this year.
Yep.
Very few of them made me go, whoa, that card is cool. And that's not normally the case for Topps. This is what I've been excited about with Topps taking over the licenses for basketball and football, is great photography again for those two sports, because if there's one thing and one thing alone that Panini sucks at the most, it is picking good photos for cards. So
they suck at that.
It's really bad. It's just really, it's most of the time it's just a player like dribbling and carrying and just, like making a dumb face. So I'd like to see the photos.
Ty, is that the issue with basketball images? Because I know there's been some ones like Topps back in the Topps Chrome days. They had some great stuff.
Topps always had all the Topps basketball cards were fantastic. Like so good. Like, cool angles. Basketball's got so many cameras everywhere. Like it's a small court. You always have cool angles under the bat, above the basket, a lot of stuff like that. Panini just never has those images. I don't know if it's a cost thing or just lazy or what it is, but I'd like to see them make images good again.
Yeah, I would specifically Series 2 for Flagship. The golden mirrors were just horrific.
Is that when they forgot the borders?
Yeah, they made them all white. Yeah. All the borders were all white, and it was like 99% of them are just like posed from the waist up, or just like shots of their faces, like just as boring and uninteresting as can be.
Yeah.
Poor Yamamoto had I think Jeff and I counted 5 or 6 image variations. That's just him at the same press conference holding the microphone. Yeah, just do better.
Yeah, I guess I've got a couple wishes that go along with each of these. And what you're talking about now is the communication between the people choosing the photos from the different sets. It's obviously not a centralized unit. There's different people choosing, and there's not a lot of communication between them. So a guy like we've talked about in the past with Spencer Strider, who there were obviously a lot of pictures of, but they used essentially the same photo for 6, 7, 8,
I think it was 9 sets, 8 or 9 sets
of his sets of cards. So if there could be more communication there, so we get more uniqueness, which would be one thing. And then my wish again this year, which was a wish last year, and they're starting to do more of it, is that Topps chooses images and specifically relics from specific games or events, or
and not only include them in Topps now.
Milestones. Exactly. Yeah, because I think those would be really fun to chase. And they've done a great job doing that with the MLB debut patch. You know exactly what game that's from. And I think they could do a similar thing with rookie bats, or from somebody's 3,000th hit, or a pitching milestone, or a big home run. And yes, Scott, not putting it just in Topps now. We don't want to just see the base from Freddy Freeman's big home run in a Topps Now card. Put that in some regular sets.
And so I think Topps should realize that this stuff's really important, because they've seen what the MLB debut patch has done for Topps Chrome Update. They know that people love that card, that is now every player, rookie's the card. That was a great idea, executed well. So they know that specific items from specific moments are important to collectors.
Yeah. I mentioned this to you guys earlier when we weren't recording, but I had this card, this Andre Drummond card that I was looking at, and I'm like, man, I have a lot of patch cards. I'm doing some consolidation and stuff. And do I want to keep this card? And I turn it over, and on the back, it says that this enclosed game worn material was worn by Andre Drummond, and then it has the exact date that my oldest son was born, which was really cool. So that made me go, whoa, that's awesome. I'm going to keep this card. Definitely not going to get rid of this one. Having that little like moment on it. There's certain sets from Panini that they had, specifically from Court Kings, a couple different years that are game dated, and they'll put like the stat line.
Kudos for them for doing that.
Yeah. But then they stopped. Of course they stopped, and like that's kind of the stuff that I wish the manufacturers would hear the collector voice. And if it's a lot of work, or it's most of the time not feasible, then like make it a limited release thing. Start out that way, but at least give us something where you have more of that, so that there's that chase. Because I do think a lot of people who are passionate
it would sell product. It would sell product. They see how much these debut patches have bumped up the appetite for those Topps Chrome update boxes. So
can I show you something funny? You probably don't even know about this, and that's okay that you don't know about it. But that is Topps Inception. That is where they're housing these cards that already exist. This is the base from the first game, first milestone, first career base hit. This is the base.
Great.
And it's housed in Topps Inception. Right here is the Brian Rocchio. I can't click on it because eBay is doing this stupid thing where you can't see the card. But this is his logo man from his first hit. Why is it Inception?
Love that. Throw that as a chase in flagship.
Yeah. Why are we putting these cool cards? Because Inception, beef with Inception is typically sticker autographs that are player worn, and that's fine. Yeah. But don't include like the coolest on-card game used in Inception. They do it because it's one of the first products of the year, I'm pretty sure, and they just want to have something to sell. Put this in flagship. Just have like if you buy the whole jersey or pants or whatever, have like the whole run of those jersey cards for a player be from that moment, the debut. And that's cool. You can have a couple hundred of them, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand this. I still can't.
I don't think we don't need Inception as a set. If we're gonna if Dynasty is the special one, we don't need Inception. Inception could just be inserts and flagship. Like we don't need it on its own.
Yeah.
But
we're talking, somebody. I mean, Inception's cool. It's a cool product, but most of the time it's just stickers and non-game worn stuff. So it's like, look at this Verdugo as an example, right? Here's a Verdugo. Really cool patch.
We don't need it already.
Sticker autograph, but like none of it's real. Player worn sticker. Like it's a cool card. I don't know. Any other who hasn't gone with their other wish list?
I have another one. Obviously, images are very important to me. I'll beat that horse to death and long after. It was a joke when Jeff and I used to joke on our Blabbin' About Slabbins on Thursday night that when Series 1 came out and Acuna's golden mirror was him showing the necklace with his image on it, we laughed about, oh, that's a cool card, but I'm sure that surely they're saving the 4070 base image, for Topps Chrome, and then it wasn't in Topps Chrome. Well, they're saving it for Sapphire. It wasn't in Sapphire. Saving it for Stadium Club, and we're never getting it. So we joke about how it's very obvious we're going to get a card with Freddy Freeman walking to first base and holding the bat up, just hitting the first walk-off grand slam in World Series history. But I would say there's at least a 50-50 shot we don't even see it.
Yeah.
I'd say of the 50% chance that we do see it, it'll be in some insert set.
Yeah. Yeah, the only image of that Acuna I could find, like there's a highlight shot of it in Heritage that's kind of cropped, but who cares about that? They printed, there's a million of that. In this 4070 insert set in Series 2 of Flagship, there's another cropped pretty tightly image of that, of him holding up second base with 15 on-card autos, which is great. But it's still, I don't know why they zoomed in so much. Like the only place you can really see him standing there holding up second base at Truist Park is in Topps now. And that's just absolutely brutal. That's a top 10 Braves franchise moment.
So what's your wish? Your request is just for that photo? Is that
my request? Is we need that shot of Freddie. Scott, I emailed it to you. I went on Getty Images and I looked through dozens and dozens and dozens. This is the best shot. I want this as his Topps Chrome SSP. No parallels, no shitty spackles, none of that crap. Just this image on a nice horizontal Topps Chrome SSP. Limit it to like 100 copies and just give us that card. It doesn't need anything else. It doesn't need parallels. It doesn't.
Hey, you know what that would look good on, Chris?
An oversized
topper, an oversized box topper that you could get signed in a nice silver marker.
Oh yeah. Oh, and you know I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that came like hand numbered to 10 with 10 autos, that would be a problem for me. So yeah, I don't want it to be
for all 10, Chris.
I'm sorry. What?
Would you go for all 10?
I mean, I would try. Like the one you showed before of the tooth one. Like I have one. I've seen one other one for sale of the 10. And it's sitting on eBay right now for like $600, which is ridiculous. I think I spent like $100 on it one night when I was drunk, and I wasn't sure how I felt about it till it arrived. But I mean, if that was $100, I'd buy 2 of them and slowly see how many surface. But I don't know what percentage of Stadium Club even gets ripped. I don't know how many of those 10 will ever see the light of day. Who knows? But I do not want that Freddy Freeman image on a base card. I don't want it in some stupid heritage like highlight subset. I just use it once on something cool.
Do not want it on a train. Do not want it when you're in Spain.
Yeah, if they want it to be his golden mirror, I can live with that. That's fine. I just don't. I don't know. I'm afraid they're either gonna not use it at all, or they're gonna use it in everything.
You want something sad? There was someone in that crowd right behind home plate who probably was looking at their phone and that ball was hit. Guarantee it. They missed the moment.
Probably.
But that leads me to my last request. I would love if they made inserts in key sets cool.
Ah, you just took mine.
Like that's the thing with the 90s.
Mine.
Sorry,
we did not coordinate this. That is my next one.
Because like in the 90s, inserts were cool. Nowadays, nobody wants them in any way. And it's
not from Tops. Not from Tops. In Tops, they don't want them. In Panini, they're very popular. The most popular cards in Panini, almost now, like the most talked about are inserts. And so it's like this tale of two stories. It's almost a continuation, though, of the olden days. Like I always say in the 90s.
I agree with that.
In the 90s, Fleer was known for their inserts. Tops became known for refractors, and Upper Deck became known for early pioneers in the auto and patch game, as well as doing a lot of holographic stuff that just never really took off or had any staying power. But like it was interesting how the manufacturers all leaned into 3 different things. Tops has got to up their insert game. Like so far, one of their probably most popular inserts now, Home Field Advantage, is just a copycat of Downtowns from Panini.
It's a worse Downtown too.
I actually like them better than Downtowns, honestly.
Really?
That could be debated. Yeah, I think the designs are better on Home Field Advantage, but
I think the old Downtowns look better than the Home Field Advantage.
The older ones, yeah, the ones from the studio ones are a little weird. But anyway, yeah, we could debate that. But I would like to see inserts too. I didn't mean to cut you off, Scott, but that was definitely my other.
You're fine. But that's one I've always wanted. I actually just bought on Fanatics Live yesterday, because we record on Mondays. I bought a really cool The Man Juan Soto. And I love that card. I love the man cards. That's like the one really cool insert they had, in my opinion, that I really want to collect. Let me pull up a photo real quick if I can. I can't. But it's gold and it's the man. I'll find a different photo. But that's one thing I wish they would do that they just don't do a good job of. I do think the early Downtowns are cool. I don't know about the newest ones, but like even the Downtowns of baseball players from 2019 Diamond Kings are sick. Let me show you a couple of those.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think while you guys are talking, what an insert set I've seen in the last like 3 or 4 years that I liked or got excited about.
So you like the Celebracion?
Yes,
Celebracion is a good one, and they're not as good
last year's. They ruined it. They already wrecked them.
They over-designed it.
Yeah,
everybody thinks about like flashy stuff with and like quirky stuff, I guess, kabooms and Downtowns or whatever. But there's some other stuff that's interesting too that I was gonna show you guys right before Scott screen shared.
I think these are cool. I like the 2019 Downtowns from baseball. I think they're fun. 2019 in particular. Look at this Arenado. I've always loved this card. Am I the only one that thinks this is awesome?
Yes.
Really? They go for a lot of money, so I don't think I'm the only one out there. I like what they did. I wish Topps would do something like that. I think that I have one of these Mookie Betts, and I love this card. But
is it a Monsters Inc?
I'm gonna I'll show you some others.
Mookie Monster.
Some of my favorites. I'll take over here. Actually, I'm going to start here. So you mentioned your that Freeman image. Like the one thing that I think could be really interesting, either as an alternative or as an insert, is just when you like strip the background and the noise and you just have the like photo of the player, and they have this like slightly watercolor like aesthetic to it or whatever, it just like looks very artistic. These cards are very popular, and they do have them a few years.
Is that the blank slate?
This is the blank slate for baseball. So blank slates are really popular. And this is one of the inserts, in my opinion, that Panini's done a nice job, like subtly altering the design year over year from, just in terms of like the artistic rendering of the player themselves, because there's obviously nothing else to really, do that with. But interesting, I guess it doesn't have his name on the front on the baseball ones, which is odd. But here's another one of Trout from the year. So those are classy, and I could, if you had a really like emotional or pivotal moment of an athlete doing something, like imagine this type of a design. I would like it personally with Acuna holding up second base, or with like really cool shots where it's the player and nothing else. So that's one that I like. Panini Luminance is sort of the stadium club of Panini, and unfortunately it only exists as a standalone product for football, but they actually have this Jubilee set, and there are a lot of like iconic moments, and the foil is really nice on them. The rainbow foil type finish on it. Here's one of Tom Brady, like just, losing his mind, celebrating, is a really cool photo. This is one of my all-time favorites. It's Josh Allen with the turkey leg. So they've done these have a very SSP vibe to them with the photos that they choose. Same thing with this moment set, which is sort of a fusion almost of like blank slate with like the ghosted background. And on the back of these cards, from this year anyway, from 2021, as well as I believe 2020, they like game dated it and told you what the stat line was or what the achievement was like during the game. So you have that one. Here's Mahomes, like probably getting tripped and completing a pass. Even this just a nice, really clean looking card. I have a bunch of these of different players. I like picking this setup, and then don't overdo it. Like don't have a bunch of parallels of them. Just let the cards speak for themselves, and have the stats on the back. This Neon Knights, it just has like more of a retro vibe, very clean. I have one of these, not of Rodgers, but of Kenneth Walker, but they shimmer. They have like this very like subtle sparkle on the front of them. It just looks nice and not tacky. And then like some of these, if you get more back to the more artistic stuff, these Auroras from different years have like a very different vibe. State of the Art is another one. So, I think there's a lot they could do. I don't remember how long ago it was, but they said that Topps had like, basically seduced a bunch of, or some Panini designers to like come over to Topps. I think it was like 2 years ago. And that was one of the things Panini got mad about in this lawsuit between the two companies for non-compete purposes. But I would like I mentioned in a recent video that, having them stratify products better and have like clear product identities would be a really good idea, so that every single set isn't just about all these parallels. Like having some stuff come out. They did that Topps composite that came out this year for football, and it was actually, I thought, a really well designed product, and I think that was kind of a positive sign to me that they could do this. Like they could put out but there was still a lot about parallels too. So I'd like to see them just make something that's more like, here's a base set with like 2 parallels and go after the inserts. There's case hit inserts and cool stuff like that.
Topps has tried to do stuff like that, and they just haven't caught on, mainly because the designs suck. Let's Go exists. That is like super short printed product. And then not that card. Yeah. The Hidden Gems exist, but they just kind of suck. These are SSPs. Like they're super short prints, probably only 20 to 50 of them made. And they put them in random products like Heritage or Flagship, all these really random sets. They do it. It's just they don't do it. They just don't look good.
That card should be a different design. It should be embossed like the old Finest refractors from the 90s. Oh, yeah. And maybe the Hidden Gems text on that should have been like actual like ridged gemstone texture on the front. Like do some different printing technology. Make some glow in the dark cards again. Those are amazing. I don't know if you guys know that those exist in other olden days, but
yeah. Like, but I will say, like,
yeah.
they've tried to do it. They just have failed.
Yeah.
Celebracion was a good attempt. I liked that last year. Not in 99.
But I think it's because they're putting it in. They have something working against them that they're putting it into products that aren't currently known for it. So stop doing that. Like, stop trying to, like, don't stop putting inserts in Topps Flagship and Topps Chrome and whatever. They kind of have to do that. But make a product that has an identity, like that Topps Composite or something that's just like, that has more of the makeup of what an old Fleer product used to be like, but make it Topps and do something like that, you know?
So I think it's a good 2 cents, but like, I'm going to show Celebracion from 2023 to 2024 and kind of what happened. So this was, wow, whenever I type in Celebracion 2024, it pulls up Trump for some reason. Where's Topps?
Autofill.
Okay, but here is 2024. So they had a good thing going in 2023, right? A little bit of confetti, really.
Yes, that's 2023. Yeah, focus on the player and the celebration. Yeah.
2024. What do? Over design it.
Yeah.
Make it cartoony for some reason.
Yeah,
they're still cool, but they aren't.
That's not very cool.
No, it's just
like that.
Overdone. Totally overdone.
I don't like it. No, it doesn't look good.
But again, compare it to.
Yeah, like Devers is a good one from 2023 with the inflatable dumbbell things. Don't even get me started on that Ohtani.
You like it?
That's one of the worst cards of all of 2023.
For what it could have been.
Well, all right, if we have a minute, pull it back up.
No. Here we go.
Go back to that Ohtani card. It was at the top.
Here we go.
I want to go back to it.
Yep. Okay. So now go to the back. Go to the back.
It's the samurai thing again, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. The whole back of the card is how they celebrated with the samurai helmet that he brought over.
Oh, I see.
That card's awesome.
An image where he's not wearing it.
Yep.
Just that's Topps in a nutshell right there.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Anyways,
those 2023s do look great. They're really hard to pull.
So
and a lot of teams had good celebrations. The Orioles had that sprinkler thing that they were doing. The Red Sox with the dumbbells.
Do you guys know the sort of the grading company that's kind of, I don't know what they're doing exactly right now, but the company Rare Edition. Do you know that one?
The Derek Jeter one?
No, that's Grading Club.
Rare Edition's like the big fat cases, and
they're in like Gorilla Glass. It's like an iPhone. It's like holding an iPhone.
Rubber thing around it.
Yeah,
that sounds like a boy band.
No, here, let me show you. Let me show you one of their slabs. I'll pull one up here because they're actually really cool in hand.
It's a grading company that'll grade any card, but it puts it in a giant slab. Or do they grade their own cards?
No, they'll grade any card. They'll grade any card. So it was started as a grading company kind of around the same time as HGA, and then it didn't really take off. And then they got bought by another guy. I actually know the guy, Jason. He's a really good guy. But they kind of started putting repack cards into these really nice slabs. And then I don't remember if it was, what's the big repack company that's always at the national buying strong, right? Okay. Here, I finally found one. Finally found a slab. So I'm bringing this up for a reason. So one of the things that they pivoted to is there's actually a QR code on the back of this, and there's the little what is it, NFC or whatever, like you can tag it, hit it with your phone, just like tap it, and then as like a gift or customization of these slabs, it'll pop open and you can actually play a video, like have it linked to a video. So let's say you found this moment from this Cooper Cup game and you saved the video somewhere personally, or you found it on YouTube or whatever. You can basically just have it so that if you tap your phone to the card, to the slab, it opens up that video moment. People were also doing this as like custom birthday gift greetings. So they like record a video of themselves and it'd be like immortalized with the card in the slab. Hey, Johnny, happy birthday, son. I love you. It's your 10th birthday. This is from Dad. And we went to the game and we watched Cooper Cup score 2 touchdowns, like that type of a thing. So that would be like an interesting innovation for Topps to do that. If they could tie media, through some type of a slab thing like this that's encased. And these are like hard to break out. So it'd be like in the slab and say, hey, this ties out to the actual game moment. Sorry, that was the thought process, not anything to do with them putting these cards in there just for the slab itself.
Okay. I think they tried. They did a little bit of that this year. Jeff, what set were the Instagram follow back cards in?
I can't remember what
flagship
that was in.
Trying to remember, but I don't know if those were very popular or not. I really don't know if I ever saw any sell. I know we had a friend who was trying to find one, but I don't know if he ever did.
I would like to see Topps bring back Billy Butler.
Okay. Like to work at the factory?
Make a set about him.
The Billy Butler.
You just want the Mookie Betts Billy Butler dual auto.
I just wanted to catch up guard. I think that's a good way to wrap this up.
Topps Gilded Butler collection.
I think Topps
Mercury.
My biggest
Mercury Billy Butler
is we get influencer cards. All of us but Phil.
I don't want a card.
But Jeff and Chris and Phil.
Hey, we've got a card, Chris.
Oh, that's true. We do have a 1-of-1, a true 1-of-1. No, because anyone who pulls it is just going to be mad.
Scott's got to be on the short list now for Topps, making all these.
I think I'm too critical on Topps.
Did you say short bus or short list? Your mic cut out.
Short. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
Here's our 1-of-1.
Yeah, there's our 1-of-1.
I liked what Topps did with the. Did you see the dog show cards they made?
Yes,
those are pretty cool.
Yes, I like
last year a Shih Tzu won. So we're Shih Tzu fans in this house, as you can tell.
Yep.
And a Shih Tzu won, and they actually have the ribbon from that the dog won, which is kind of
game used.
I never will pay $200 for it, but I still think it's cool.
Nice.
Oh man, maybe there's like some fur on.
Do we have more ideas, or is that it?
That's cool.
I don't know.
Bring Billy Butler back. I want Billy Butler, Larry Walker, Mookie Betts triples.
Topps Mercury Billy Butler collection.
There you go.
Okay, here's a hypothetical. You could have a dual autograph of triple autograph of any players in the league right now. Who are you taking?
Only in baseball?
Only in baseball. It gets too wide. Only baseball.
Yeah. I mean, I would want. Active. Yeah, I would want the three Dodgers. I want the Betts, Ohtani, Freeman. I think that's one that will definitely like stand the test of time. Like we got 3 Hall of Famers that just won a World Series together.
Make it a quad and put Kershaw on there.
Freeman and
Acuna. He didn't play though.
7 games. Pitched 7 games.
He didn't play in the World Series though. I would just give me those 3.
I think we should replace Freddy Freeman with Teoscar Hernandez.
I'm not following the logic there, other than just
I'm trying to mad. That's all. There's no logic. Okay, that's a good one. I've always wanted. What about so we have remember that All-Star Game card from 2019 Stadium Club with Trout, Betts, and Judge? Love that card. That'd be a good combo. But you have to pick Ohtani in some capacity nowadays. You can't not include him. So Ohtani, Judge, and who would be the third of that card? Who would be the best fit? Harper?
Oh, man. He doesn't belong there yet.
He doesn't. I don't even say Mookie does.
Mookie would, Trout would, but I mean, for their current level of
Trout,
I
don't want to include Trout on that card with Ohtani and Judge.
Yeah, then I don't know. Do you look at the younger guys, the Wits and
Soto?
Gunners?
Yeah, Soto maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I guess we just want
to. I'm trying to think if we could do maybe you get the 3 like Scherzer, Verlander, and Kershaw. You get the last 3 true aces.
Yeah, and then
I might have
Scott
said some Garrett Cole fans
in the back.
I would like Greinke on that card, but he's not active anymore, so it doesn't count. Yeah. You read my mind. Jeff, what are you doing? What's your triple or dual?
Well, I think just to have some of my favorite players, I would like to see an Ohtani, Churio, Soto. That'd be my triple. That'd be triple I'd like to see.
That's a good idea. So believe it or not, there was a set. I was talking to someone on Instagram. He has a set of 4 random players and a 1-of-1. And what this set was is if you pulled the card, you got to get a quad autograph of any players of your choice, and they would get it signed for you. They were sticker autographs, but you got to pick the player. They made the card, and then you got. I think that's such a cool thing. So
that's really cool.
Bring this back. That was I'll see if I can find it, but that was an
really
idea
cool.
they did and executed. If you pulled the card, you get to pick what players. So you could pick those big four if we wanted, or we could do a Trout, Mookie,
and maybe
Harper,
they can't do it. Maybe they can't do it for everybody. And maybe it's time bound. Like there's ways they could get around. Like let's say they only have a list of certain players. Well, you make a pool available, and I don't know. There's ways you could game it. That'd be a really cool idea. Like they could put it into tiers. So you hit like a tier 1. That means you can get an Ohtani auto, or you hit, but they're ultra rare. There's only 3 of them or something. Because if people hit that card and it's just fair game open, they're just going to pick the 3 most expensive. Players to get the
which
card
is fine, right?
But I almost like the part of me wants to say like how can you make it like a really special collector card? That
I think this is the set it was from. I could be wrong, but it's one of these. So I know this is the worst Derek Jeter autograph in the world. They made it a silver ink on a silver background, but this is actually an 8-player card, which is pretty cool. The front is a lot better than the back. But you could pick your 4, which is this is the set it was from. I think it was Upper Deck who did it. So anyway,
I don't know who I'll go with. I think because I like pitching, this year was
that's a good one.
Actually, I would go with I'd want a triple pitching auto if this was just for my collection, and I'd want Google, and then I'd go with Chris Sale because both guys won Cy Young this year, had nearly identical stats. Tigers and Braves, 2 teams I root for. And then I guess I'd probably throw Skeens on there too. So do a Scooble Sale Skeens with the Rookie of the Year, pitcher on there, and that'd be a pretty sweet card.
Perfect. Okay.
I mean, I feel like we'd have to, another option, the 3 Jacksons would have to be on a card, right?
Yeah.
Assuming hopefully they all have good careers. That would be a cool card down the line.
If they were all Hall of Famers, that'd be a big card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think we should wrap it up. Triple threads exist. They should just put those in triple threads. But thank you for watching. Actually, didn't exist last year. They need to bring it back for this year and make it happen. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Let us in the comments down below what you want to request from Topps, and we'll see you in the next video.